We spend years sharing our homes with dogs, yet we constantly misinterpret the messages they send us. We project human emotions, like spite, guilt, or stubbornness, onto actions that are actually deeply ingrained survival mechanisms executing perfectly. Take the terrifying moment a sleeping dog suddenly growls when you touch them. Owners often interpret this as a sudden flash of aggression or a behavioral flaw. Look at this cross-section of a sleeping dog's brain. The outer cortex, which recognizes familiar faces, goes offline. If touched suddenly, the brainstem flashes red, firing an automatic defense response. 2 seconds later, the conscious brain catches up. The tail wags and the growl disappears. Punishing a dog for this reaction teaches them exactly zero about manners. It only trains them to believe that resting near you is a dangerous activity. They aren't acting out of malice. Their nervous system is simply running a piece of wild survival code. This biological programming also dictates their strangest dietary habits. Geophagy, the deliberate consumption of dirt, happens because a dog's body is sending a targeted biochemical demand to source missing minerals like iron or zinc. In this microscopic view, you can see how clay-rich soil functions. The jagged clay particles magnetically bind to gastrointestinal irritants inside the stomach environment. The soil acts as a natural detoxifier, working with the exact same precision as activated charcoal. You can see another hardwired motor pattern in how they play. Notice this small dog shaking a plush toy violently side to side. That lateral snap is an ancient terminal sequence. In the wild, canines use this exact motion to instantly sever the spinal cord of a small prey animal. The action happens entirely in the nervous system, bypassing conscious decision-making completely. Even stealing food off the table follows strict biological logic. In pack feeding dynamics, food belongs to whoever is actively guarding it. To a dog, an unguarded plate is an abandoned resource. Correcting a dog after the fact for these actions ignores their basic reality. They are biological machines driven by instinct, strictly following the rules of their environment. Once basic survival needs are met, a dog's focus shifts to securing their social environment. They rely on constant, real-time communication to keep the pack hierarchy intact and stable. Watch these two dogs wrestling intensely. Right at the peak of the action, they pause as one of them sneezes. That sneeze is an ethological meta-signal. It acts as a behavioral reset button, telling the other dog's nervous system that the aggression is simulated and the relationship remains safe. Look at this split-screen comparison. On the left, a solitary dog eats with a high, red stress meter. On the right, eating beside a human sentinel drops the stress to calm blue. Your physical presence activates the neurological safety state required to safely consume food. This reliance on the pack explains why dogs howl when left alone. The sound is an emergency response, a long-range acoustic locator deployed to trigger a reunion with a fragmented family. Even the sudden bursts of sprinting around the house, often called Zoomies or frenetic random activity periods, are a regulatory function. They occur to discharge kinetic energy that has become trapped in the nervous system. Your dog views you as an essential component of their environment. They require your active participation to feel neurologically and socially secure. When a dog knows they are physically and socially secure, their instincts evolve into profound emotional attachment. You might notice your dog specifically sitting on your feet or burying a high-value treat deep inside your bed. These specific locations hold the highest concentration of your scent in the entire house. As scent particles from a footprint travel up the dog's nasal cavity, they trigger a glowing chemical burst directly in the brain. That burst is an oxytocin release. It's the identical bonding hormone that fires between a mother and her newborn child. This explains why dogs sleep directly on a packed suitcase. It is a highly calculated strategy to physically block your departure, paired with an urge to wrap themselves completely in your biochemical signature. A dog seeking out your scent is executing an active biochemical survival mechanism designed specifically to help them endure your absence. Notice how this dog calmly sits on the floor with its back pressed firmly against the human's leg. Exposing their most vulnerable surface is the highest physical proof of a dog's trust. Leaving their blind side open shows total security in your presence, while facing outward allows them to perform active, protective surveillance of the room on your behalf. This empathy extends to our physical reactions. When you weep, your breathing pattern and heart rate shift instantly, and your dog detects this physical distress. Look at the vomeronasal organ in the roof of their mouth. Chemical compounds from human tears are drawn directly into this secondary sensory tool, allowing them to smell your sadness. Licking your face is allo-grooming, an ancient maternal ritual to soothe a distressed pack member. Every strange, misunderstood canine behavior is actually a fluent 15,000-year-old dialogue of trust.